Thanks for checking out this video on how to use a Honeywell ST6400C 7-day boiler programmer. This unit is a 7-day programmer, and that means that you can set different programs for each day of the week. It has separate controls for the central heating and hot water, so you'd normally find this programmer being used where you have a hot water tank. This particular programmer has 3 on-off periods per day. Now this particular unit doesn't store the time if the power goes off, so the first thing I'll do is show you how to set the time. So move the flap down. You see the slider on the right hand side. You need to move this up to set day time, and then we use the buttons here, the plus, the minus and the day, to get the time and the day to where we want to. So it's Wednesday today, and the time is almost 2 o'clock. If you keep your finger on, then it'll run through quite quickly. The one button does the hours and the minutes as well. There. Once you're happy with it, just move the slider back down to run program. As you can see, it's picked up 1:55 and on Wednesday. So what we've got here are 2 sliders that control the heating on this row and the hot water on this row. I'm just going to show you how to do the heating. The process is exactly the same for changing the programs on the hot water. So with these sliders, the first thing you can do is change the mode that it's operating in. So at the moment, the boiler is off for both heating and hot water, and there will be no signal sent to the boiler to turn it on. The first setting, or the next setting rather, is called auto, and with this the programs that we've got programmed in to the unit will be active. This means that it'll go on at the first on setting during the day and off at the last off setting. So for example, it might come on at 7 o'clock in the morning and it'll stay on all the way through until 10:30 at night, whatever time you've got it set at to go off. And continuous mode, this is where it is, as it says, it's on 24 hours a day, so it will be continuously on. So that's for heating, obviously the same for hot water. Now to program the unit, again I'm going to show you the heating. Move the switch to set heating. Now you'll see the bar flashing under Monday. 6:00 AM, that's the time that the heating is currently going to come on. We can see it's heating because it says heating here in the display, and there's a little arrow above the on. So to change this time, we use the plus and minuses, as you'd expect. So change it slightly. Once you're happy with the time, press next on off. Happy with the time, next on off, and you see that it's gone from the on to the off, and now we're on the second on period. Now sometimes you might only want 2 periods when it's on during the day. If that's the case, then what I'd recommend is that you set this particular period with the on and off times the same, so that nothing will happen. It'll sort of just run straight through the program. So that's at noon. Move this one down to 12. And you'll see then that the on is flashing, the off is lit, the on is flashing, little arrow above, that's telling you that they're at the same time. Next on off. Oops, wrong button. 4 o'clock, I've changed it, and off, we'll have it going off. We'll have it going off a bit earlier. Okay, so pressing the next off again, and it'll keep cycling around now on the Monday. Okay, so what you'll want to do is change the settings for another day. So you've got the bar under Monday, press day, and now we've got the bar under Tuesday. Okay, so if I just scroll back through, so Monday we had 6:10, Tuesday is programmed at the moment for 6 o'clock on Tuesday. So I'm not going to change any of the settings on Tuesday, but the process is exactly the same. Now if you wanted to to set the same settings for each day of the week or for the next day, you can use the copy button. So if you press copy now, it'll copy Tuesday's settings across to Wednesday. Okay, what I'm going to do is go to Saturday. Don't want it coming on so early on a Saturday, so let's go for 7:30. Off at 9:30, on at 12 for an hour. Let it come on at 4 and off at 11, that's fine. Okay, now currently Sunday is coming on at 6:30. Okay, what I'm going to do is copy across Saturday's settings to Sunday. So I use the day button to go back round to Saturday, press the copy button, and now it's saved those savings for Sunday. So that's really all there is to programming the heating. As I said, for the hot water, you just need to move the slider up to hot water and then go through the same process. Sorry if my hand's getting in the way of the controls or buttons. A couple of other buttons over here that I need to tell you about. The first one is an override function. Now this will only work in auto or once modes. So put those on. And what these do is they override the current setting. So we've got the hot water as on, shown by the light lighting up, because it's set to be on once. If I press override, it'll turn it off. And then what will happen is it'll turn it off until the next first on setting tomorrow morning. The heating is currently on auto and it's not on, the light's off, so it's not, we're not in a program period where it wants to draw heat. So if you press override, then that will turn the heating on and it'll then turn it off at the next off period. The extra hour button will boost the system by an hour. So here you can see hot water plus 1 hour, press it again for plus 2 hours, again for plus 3 hours. If you do it in when the heating or hot water are actually on, then what it'll do is extend that period that they're going to be on by an hour. So if it's 2 o'clock now, if it's scheduled to turn off at 4 o'clock and you press the extra hour button, it'll go on until 5 o'clock. So this is quite a complicated little unit. Quite a few options in there to help you get your boiler to run in a cost-effective way. I hope this short video has been useful and will help you use the unit to its full potential to control your heating systems. Thanks for listening.